All right, welcome to Old World Gaming. I have sprayed the pillar of fire, and now I'm going to paint it. Not gonna lie, this is a little bit daunting because I don't really know what I'm doing. So I plan on leaving the most recessed areas light and moving darker around the most raised areas. I think it'll be lighter down the base and get darker towards the top. These flames down here will be similar, so light at the bottom, darker at the top. I'm not really sure how to do the base yet. See, my initial reaction is to like start by doing the base and paint it black, but then I've already kind of undercoated all the fire white, so maybe I just get darker as I move away from the fire and it gradually turns from fiery colour into the natural colour of what's around it. Maybe I'll go with that. So yeah, I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm just gonna have a go. I am a bit worried that like my first layer is gonna have to be quite runny to get into all the gaps, so I may have to like leave it to dry for a bit and come back later. So we'll have to see. I'll just kind of have a play around and see where we land, I think. So I think these are kind of the colours I'm gonna go for. So this is an old leprous brown, but it feels like the most kind of colour because the flame is sort of a browny yellow rather than a reddy yellow, really. Browny orange. So I'll be mixing, probably all of these will get mixed together. So this is obviously just white. So I'll probably start with this and white mix because I don't really want to start with actual white. So I want a mix of those together to start off with. Then I'll move down to the leprous brown. Then probably maybe mix a bit of Mephiston red in with the leprous brown, and then mix some Mournfang browning with the three kind of mixed together. And then work towards the edge, and on the base I'll probably work towards Mournfang brown. Then maybe we'll go with Rhinox hide and black as I work towards the edge of the base, and then colour it properly from there. Maybe we'll try something like that. Okay, so first things first is white scar and leprous brown. I don't know what state my leprous brown is in, actually. As you can see, it's very old. And quite full. It feels very full. Maybe I should. My palette's not as clean as I'd like it to be. But I have no hot water in my house at the moment. So I could boil the kettle again. Yeah, that's fine. This is PVA from when that was standing on it, which is why it's got a kind of round circle. Just to break the tab off of an ancient pot of paint. Using my teeth to open it now. Okay, there we go. That's what it looks like inside. It's about half full. Still in great condition. I say great condition. Yeah, it's fine. The reason it's half full is because of the water, probably just come up. Other than that, it's fine. Right. Let's add some white to this. Probably I've got too much leprous brown, but that's okay actually. I can just maybe I'll start a bit lighter. I don't know, or I can just make it quite runny. Put Yeah, that's probably as light as I want to be, really. Yeah, this is... I don't really know how this is going to go. It feels a bit weird, kind of putting the light colour in all of the recesses. And when I say a bit weird, I mean really weird. Because normally, like, that's really dark. And I don't normally care if I miss bits, because it's got the light colour in the recesses. Because the light colour, the dark colour in the recesses. And it's like cheap shading. But this, now I'm just going to have white in the bits I miss. And I don't want white in the bits that I miss. I much prefer it to be this colour. Is there a yellow spray? I probably should have just used a yellow spray, if such a thing exists, which I do not know. I'm going to need to mix more up, because this is like using loads. It's very thirsty. Probably for a couple of reasons. One, the fact that it's tissue. So I wonder if this is going to make it all mushy again. That would suck. And two, because there's so much texture, masses of surface area for it to go on. But I like the colour. So there we go. This is a good colour to start off with, I think. I've got a good feeling about this now. Yeah, that is looking nice. I don't know if you can see, but there's like some flecks in this. Oh, that's actually still wet. I've lost count of how many days, lost track of the days now. Was it yesterday? I think I did this yesterday, actually. Clearly I haven't left. Wait, so when did I spray it? I sprayed today? Yeah, I sprayed it today. But clearly I didn't leave it for long enough to dry the tissue paper. Right, let's get some more white. Oh, that was quite the thought. Making a mess of this brush. Right, let's get some water on this. I've never mixed up such a large batch of yellow in my life. But this is a large pillar of fire, so that's what we got. I just realised, not only was I muttering, but I was also really far away from the microphone. So, there we go. That's not quite as dark as the last batch. Let's add a little bit more leprous brown to it. Now that feels really dark. I don't know. Wax and wane. Right. Yeah, I'll try not to mutter so much. Apologies about that. I won't guarantee that I'll be successful. I do like how flamey that's looking. Like the texture has come out really well, I think, providing I don't smoosh it all down with my paintbrush because it's still a little bit wet. So, my son and I are planning to have another game this weekend. So what? At the moment, real time, it's Thursday today. So hopefully, well, I mean, I'm planning on painting this today, which means that we're ready for our game in plenty of time. That is so wet, that bit in there. I feel like I should have put this, or left this to dry a little bit longer. You know what I should have done? I should have mixed, no, actually, I was going to say I should have mixed yellow in with my mixture, but I sprayed it white, so it wouldn't have made a difference anyway. But it was a nice idea for a few seconds. Not even a few seconds, a brief split second. Yeah, so anyway, we're planning on having a game on Saturday. I want to try a different scenario this time, to get used to the different ones in the book. I vaguely recollect there being one that was like an Empire Civil War type one. So I can probably make somewhere in the region of 500 to 700 points of Empire, painted Empire. So if I do that, my son's got loads of Empire, but he'll probably use the same army that he did last time, unless he wants to make any changes, of course. But yeah, we'll have a go at that. So it'll be fun. We really enjoyed our last game, and he's quite looking forward to unleashing this on my army, no matter what army I use. He's just looking forward to his wizard being able to cast an epic looking pillar of fire, as long as I make this actually epic looking, of course. But I feel like it will be. But I can also see these, like, these are still flexing a lot because they're not actually completely dry. So I am worried that as I paint them, I'm just gonna flatten them. That'll suck because they look really cool. Or at least I think they look cool anyway. Don't know why I just rammed it under there. It's not even flaming under there. Yeah, flattening flames. Don't like flattening flames. Hopefully there's enough texture on here that casts enough natural shadow that I don't have to do too much like layering of colours. And it's fire, it brings its own light with it, right? So maybe it'll look alright without too much effort. Might be able to get away with just like a 2-stage highlight, if that's even the right term, because I'm definitely going to be going darker instead of lighter. I want to get right in that gap in there. I don't know if you can see it, probably not, but in there, in that shadowy area, I mean, you shouldn't have shadows in a fire. No shadows. Should all be light. Not that that's achievable, because this is not actual fire. I have to mix up another batch of yellow in a minute. Unprecedented. It's not even really unprecedented. I'm constantly having to mix up the same colour again, but it's normally because it just dries rather than because I'm using lots. So many sneaky little bits that I'm missing. Alright, I think I've managed to get most of them. Okay, let's see what we got. Yeah, I'm used to being able to be quite firm to jam the brush into the holes, but I don't want to crush the texture. So I'm having to be less firm, which means it's going to take a bit longer because I have to keep going over the same areas to try and work the paint in without damaging the texture too much. I'm also going to run out of places to hold at some point. I mean, it's a perpetual issue in painting large stuff, isn't it? Is running out of somewhere to hold. Oh, I love it already. I don't know, it looks like cinch horror type thing. Oh, flamers, that's what it is. Of course, flamers. I was like, looks like horrors. Why does it look like horrors? But I guess the horrors have flames like on their hands and stuff. Do they? Some of them. But yeah, it's like it's just a giant flame of cinch, isn't it? Okay. I do have a cinch demon army that I should build at some point. But not until demons make it into the core rules. I would imagine. So here's what I'm expecting to happen. Is I'm expecting to for Old World to do really well, and for them to do like expansions like they did for Lustria and Storm of Chaos in 6th edition, and there to be a battle, Siege of Prague. That's what I'm expecting, a Siege of Prague. Sorry, I just decided to try and open this pot with my teeth whilst in the middle of a sentence. That was dumb, wasn't it? Yeah, I'm expecting a Siege of Prague campaign with I guess they'd probably call it an arcane journal, maybe. Detailing new army lists or something, and include like proper army lists. I say proper army lists. The demon army list is quite proper, but include that officially as an official army for Siege of Prague. That's my prediction. There we go. So who knows if that's what will happen? But that's, if it was me, that's what I would do if I was running Old World. Which I'm not, obviously, and I'm not suggesting I should. What I also really like is I made a Nurgle demon army for Storm of Chaos, and I'd really like to be able to use it again. But there were things in there like Plague Riders and Chariots of Nurgle, which don't have rules at the moment, and I don't think have had rules since the Storm of Chaos, and I would like them to have rules because I made them. I want to be able to use my Nurgle Chariots, and my Plague Riders, which were essentially Chaos Spawn being ridden by Plague Bearers. Nurgle Spawn being ridden by Plague Bearers. And I'd love to use them, because I made 2 units of them. Wow. If you can call 3 a unit. I feel like they were monstrous cavalry. 3 is an adequate unit of monstrous cavalry. And I made 6. Plus 2, wow, I say 2 chariots of Nurgle. One of them was a giant snail, my mollusk of Nurgle, which I just used as a chariot. I think I made the mollusk before the rules for the chariots came out. And then they made the chariot rules, and I was like, this can be a chariot of Nurgle. And so it was. So yeah, I'd love to be able to use my Nurgle Demon Army again. This I watered this down probably a little bit too much. I should have just made more. There we go. Yeah, so it'd be good. I'd really like to use my Nurgle Demon Army again. So, if anyone who's working on Old World watches this, which I very much doubt, I doubt anyone who is working on the Old World project will watch this. But anyway, on the very small off chance that they do, please bring back Nurgle chariots, demon chariots, and Nurgle Plague Riders, because I'd love to use them. Maybe, here's what I should do. I should enter them into some sort of painting competition that they have at Warhammer World for Old World. And then it'll be like, oh, these need rules. And then I get rules for them. See, that's definitely what I should do. Hopefully, the music that I choose to put as the backing track for this video is interesting enough to make this worth watching, because that's what does it, sure. Although, in fairness, the music that I've put on the last 2 Pillar of Fire videos, I only chose because it was called like Spirit of Fire or something like that. That's one of the free YouTube audio files that they provide for your videos. I'm not convinced it's the best video for these best audio for these videos, but that's I literally just chose it because of the name. So there you go. I will probably just use it again on this one. Right. We're getting very close to the top now, so that's good. We're almost there. I just need to do one more batch. It's definitely got lighter as I've gone up, which is not the intention. I do want to be going darker, but there we go. Alright, let's mix up the next batch. Oops, that's probably way too much, but I'm going to do another layer in a minute anyway, so it's fine. I really need to get back to painting my goblins. Yeah, it's squigs, tons and tons of squigs. Look, I need to paint all these guys. Got mango squigs, my warboss and squig, and all those squig hoppers. I desperately need to get around to it, but I've been sidetracked too much by shiny things like this. That's definitely a perpetual weakness for me, is getting sidetracked by shiny projects. Maybe I don't need more. Now, how do I hold this and paint it. Don't know, maybe we'll do that. This is how we end up with piles of shame, right? Not that I tend to think of them as piles of shame. They're always like, they are really piles of potential. But this is how we end up with them, is the getting sidetracked by the next project, because there's always something shinier. Certainly in my experience, there's always something shiny that comes along. And you have to be quick at like doing an army. Because if you're not quick at doing it, you never get it done. Well, I'll never get it done. I think, in all honesty, what's taken me the time for my squigs is being underprepared with the paints. So I put them off because I wasn't when I painted Walloper, my paint, the red paint, just wasn't up to scratch because it was old and knackered and I'd remixed it and stuff like that. So that was the first thing that kind of first reason I put it off. And then I had to wait till I went into town and bought some. And then we played our game. And then, as a result of playing that game, I had the genius idea of making this. And so that's why I haven't been painting my goblins. So once this is done, that'll be the next thing I do is get back onto painting the goblins. But it has been, it's been like 10 days since I did the last work on my goblin army. So that's quite a while. Feels like quite a while anyway. I'm just super conscious that it's like half finished job. But they're all sprayed and ready to go, so it's not like I've been doing nothing. Hopefully there's people out there who can empathise with me. Not the only one who has these problems. This is getting really hard to paint now because I'm holding the base and it's really far away. Having to try and see what I'm doing whilst holding that base makes it difficult. Plus, I've got the camera to contend with as well and make sure you can see what I'm doing. So I'm trying to do so many things. Alright, come on, we can do it. Was that all of it done? Can't see. Is that all done? I think that's all done. Okay, oh, I can see bits down there that I missed. Okay, I don't like this game. Spotting all the bits. It's a depressing game, seeing all the little bits that I missed from the places that I thought I'd done. Worst game. Okay, we've got to be done now, right? We're done, right? Okay, cool. Let's put another layer on. I'm excited to get into this next layer. Right, I think I could probably get away with just going straight for leprous brown. I kind of want to pick it up. Okay, it's actually dry enough there. That's good. So I'm kind of doing, obviously it's not a dry brush because my brush is not dry, but I'm kind of doing the equivalent of a dry brush with wet paint. And I'm just leaving the lighter colour in the recesses, which is unusual because normally you leave the dark colour in the recesses. But here we are. And you know what? The harder the places to reach, the more intense the flame is. That's what I'm deciding. So it can just be lighter in those harder to reach places. Hopefully that theory works. This is what I'm going with. I also, like I mentioned earlier, I'm going to make it darker around the edges as it gets closer to the non-flamey ground. Just to try and make it easier to paint the ground. Right, need some more. I've got a good feeling about this. Let's hope it pans out. I'm not convinced I want to go for the red, you know. Maybe, I don't know, we'll see. I probably should have put more paint down there than that. Never mind. Where was I? I can't even remember now. Oh, there I was trying to paint in these bits down here. Yeah, I need to have some sort of boundary, I reckon, to be able to go to the non-flamey regions, move to their colours, because I've got to blend it somehow. So this is currently my plan. Okay, right, now let's move it on up. A little bit worried I've not left it light enough down the bottom now. Oh well. This is where we at. Yep, I used that paint really quick. I'm doing this first pass kind of dry brushy up here, but I feel like this is probably the colour that I'm painting now probably should be the lower region of colour for up here. This paint's quite thick. I probably should water it down a little bit. It'll end up being less of a dry brush if I do that. But I am getting to the place where I think I should be using it as the base layer. So maybe it's fine. Let's start at the top with this wetter version. Say wetter loosely, it's not that wet. Yeah, I think at the top the heat will be more dispersed. There'll be less heat at the top, is what I'm trying to say. So it'll be hotter down the bottom. At least this is the theory I'm working with anyway, rightly or wrongly. So I'm going to make it darker colour at the top, because the way I see it, darker means it's not as hot. I feel like that's accurate. Whether or not it should be less hot up here, I don't know, but that's what I'm going for. I'm going the hotter down the bottom where the fuel is. Is that what the fuel is? I don't know what the fuel is for this fire. Everything that's burning down on the ground. That's my theory anyway. That I literally just came up with. Yeah, see, this is quite an orange paint already, so I'm not sure I'm going to need to mix the red in with it. I'm going to like jam the end of this in the camera at some point by accident. End up with a big splodge of orange paint on the lens. Alright, well there we go. That's looking flamey. Like I say, lighter down the bottom, darker at the top. Alright, let's level up. Do we go red? Do we go brown? Let's see what happens if we go brown. Brown is really dark. We might need some red first. Not used this yet. That's the red paint I bought for my squigs. I don't know, it just feels too red. Too much red. Oh, I've got loads of white bits in my brush now, so let's get some red out. That's gone pink. This is not the colour I was going for. Okay, new plan. I might have to just go brown. I don't want to. Maybe we can try and mix in the teeny tiniest bit of red in with the brown, with the leprous brown. Like the absolute tiniest smidge. And we'll go blood red. Let's use a different brush. Said only need a tiny smidge anyway. This paint is solid. Alright. Let's put it over here. That's not a tiny smidge, but there we go. Still not sure I want this red. Alright, maybe that's fine. But it's almost verging on the... What's the point? Maybe that's alright. Maybe that's okay. But now I feel like it should be much more dry brushed. Alright, let's start at the top, because I feel like this is where I've got the most room for... Oh, it's really wet up here. And let's see. Maybe that's fine. Okay, it's fine. Almost so fine that I may need to put some more red in, because it's like barely making a difference. Some bits stuck to my brush. My palette's too dirty. It really is too dirty. Frustratingly, I'm going to have to mix some more of this colour, I think. Yeah, I'm gonna have to mix some more. That's annoying. Looking pretty good though, I think. We are getting close to like the final colours though. Right, so shed loads of leprous brown, which is essentially my yellow. Some red to make orange. Is that enough? Yeah, it'll probably be fine. Right. Do I add some water? Maybe I don't add water actually, just because of how far down I am on the pillar. Not sure how far down I should be taking this layer. That was probably a little bit too much down there. Maybe it's alright in places. Yeah, I feel like I probably should have done a bit more of the previous layer in places. But there we go. Yeah, maybe I left it too light in the recesses. I don't know. Maybe I'm going too dark on the highlights. Could be either. Could be both. Yeah, I probably wasn't as aggressive as I should have been with the previous layer down here. But there we go. You can learn from that lesson. I'll just carry on with what I've got. So I'm again going dark around all the edges because I've got to blend that into the non-burning stuff. Yeah, I feel like it's probably too light in there. Down near the ground. I should have gone darker. Oh well, never mind. Right. Looking cool though. We need to go a bit darker now at the top. Now it is time for some brown. This should be our ideally there should be our final layer up here, but it might not be dark enough actually, looking at it. So it looks like I'm going to have to go darker still. Quite brown, and yet it looks fine. Yeah, this is just interesting to do with the just highlighting the in what's it called when you flip the black and white around? Negative. Highlighting negative. Really interesting. Negative highlights. Yeah, I don't really know how I'm gonna blend this in with the surrounding non-on fire stuff. That will be a fun challenge. It's also probably going to look weird if I don't do some sort of light glow on it, but I don't know how we'll be able to do that. Alright, we are getting there. I think this is looking, I don't know actually. The more I look at it, the more I don't like this bit down here. It's too light, I think. This is, yeah, I don't know. Here's what it is. Yeah, I don't think I went dark enough down here and left it too light. I don't know if there's much I can do about that apart from go over it again. I really can't bother to do that, so I might just have to leave it too light. But yeah, probably it's going to actually look a little bit naff down there. Oh well, never mind. Yeah, blending it in to the surrounding area is going to be tough. Okay, so now I feel like I'm done with the fire for now. And I'm going to try painting the base, see how that looks, and then just see where we go from there. How does this look? Does it look naff? Kind of looks alright. But yeah, I think the problem is I don't really know what I'm doing with the fire. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. Let's paint this base. See, there are little, like this bit of fire on the base. But I don't know if it's going to keep its firiness. By the time I'm done with it, it's probably just going to be painted over by all the other things. Is that a rock? It is now. Yeah, I'm not quite sure how to make it not look orange now, because it's, I don't know, how to make it look like fire, or at least fire damaged. Yeah, this could be problematic. Yeah, this is going to be the hardest part, is making this base look appropriate next to all of the fire. Yes, that'll be interesting. I'm sure there's probably some techniques that I just have no idea of that I should be using. Also feel like I need something underneath to help me out. What is that? Just got fine. I'll have this one. Oh yes, covered in hot glue from making it in the first place. Right. Don't mind me while I just knock everything about. Okay. It's now too tall to fit underneath. Such problems. Right, lots of Lots of fire is on the ground. I feel like that bit in there should be brown. No, it should be orange more than brown. But I'm not sure I can bother to mix more up. Just be really hot. Let's just pretend it's really hot. Okay, I'm just going to do around the edge. Oops, I don't know why, but I just feel like I should. Now normally, I'd be painting this Rhinox hide over the top of black. It would be much darker. So I'm not sure how I feel about that, but maybe it'll be alright. Right, I might give it a couple of minutes to dry, because that's very wet. So I won't be able to do much more on that for a minute. So yeah, I'll be back in a minute. Okay, it should. Well, I was going to say that should be enough time. It's not enough time. It's still a bit wet, but I'm getting impatient. Should I be using this bigger brush? Probably not, but I think I'm going to for now. So this is Warhammer Brown, just my normal kind of basing colours now. Over the top of Rhinox hide. So for the first part, my plan is just to. That's really shoddy. I definitely shouldn't have been using this brush. Made that look really bad. I was going to say I can stick grass over the bad bits, but I can't. Can I? Can I stick grass over it? If it looks enough. Oh, damn it. Okay. Let me use a more appropriately sized brush. Okay, I didn't think about that properly. Can I stick grass over it? If I stick grass over it, I mean, maybe it's okay at this side, because this is the... Oh, you can't even see what I'm pointing to because the thing's in the way. If this is the leading edge of the fire, then the grass at this end hasn't got singed yet. Whereas this side, I should probably make look like it's been burnt. I don't know. We'll see. I'll just do it and see what happens, I guess. And then make it up some more. Annoying. Just the way that it comes up and pokes the camera in the eye. That's what makes me think it's doing anyway. I'm going to have to do the next layer much more carefully, I think. Oh, and I've got my nice shiny new bone paint that I bought, which I can use to do that. So yeah, my standard approach to my bases is, so Rhinox hide first, then Mornfang brown, and then bone. And I just bought a bone the other day because my old bone was way past it. Yeah, this has not been a particularly well done layer, but I'm hoping the bone layer can make up for it. Okay, right, let's clean this off. Move on. Yeah, it's basically the same, isn't it? So this was bleached bone and this one is ushabti bone. Again, not used it yet. Brand new paint. So, the intention here is to just catch the very raised areas very gently. It's going to be streaky. There's too much. Too much. I'm finding this very difficult, and I don't know why. Maybe I've got a naff brush. Maybe, I don't know. It could be that the PVA was quite thick on the base when I did it, so the sand sunk in further than normal and isn't protruding quite as much. It could be that it's a white undercoat and the base layer is a lot lighter than normal. I don't know, for whatever reason, this feels, I don't know, less satisfying than normal. I'm not quite sure what it is. It's getting stuck underneath. It's too tall. I'm now doing a bit that you can't see, courtesy of the tall pillar. Yeah, I did blame it on the brush, but I'm not sure it was the brush's fault now. Premature blame. I've also hit the patch where it's not quite dry yet. So now I'm picking up darker paint, mixing it in by accident. Okay, we're getting there. I feel like I'm making progress. Okay, right. Let's do the stones. I think at some point I'm going to have to get some new brushes. Oh no, there we go. That's why that brush is one that's dying. This is a much better size brush. Right, we need a black. Where's black? Here it is. And the white. We should mix ourselves grey. We'll paint these rocks. I'm thinking I should have started a little bit darker. I can put some Null oil or something in there. Yeah, I'm going to have to paint some sort of yellowy, orangey highlights on these rocks. Might have to go a bit further in with my bone highlighting closer because it just looks a bit weird. It's darker than yeah, we can't have a dark gap between it because it's not casting a shadow. let's mix some more white in for our next layer. How have I gone too high, too early? Maybe. Probably. That's all right. It wasn't too late. Right, more white is needed. That was too harsh of a highlight. My paint is too wet, really. I'm doing it over a wet layer, which is never ideal, but I'm impatient right now. Don't know why. Just, right, that's fine. I don't know if I'm going to bother with yellow highlight. Maybe I should. Probably should, but I don't think I will. Maybe I should. Maybe I can get away using bone. Put like a bone highlight on here. I don't know if that was a good move or not. Probably not. But it's the move that has been done. And it's all so wet. I don't know. Don't even know what happened there. What's that? I got some brown on the brush. Oh well, that's fine. I think that's fine. Right, let's put some bone a bit closer to the flames. I could probably go all the way up to the flames. Don't know. I've done it now anyway. That was a good move or not. Unsure. I feel like that's basically the same thing I said about the stone. I got too much paint on my brush. I'm just trying to get rid of the dark band that I've left between the fire and the dirt, which just looks wrong. So why would it be darker where the fire touches the dirt? Doesn't make any sense, right? It should be lighter if anything. All right. I mean, I'm not the happiest with how this, the rest of the base is turning out compared to the fire. I don't know. I think I might be being a bit hard on myself. It probably looks fine. Trying out some more bone highlight on the rock. Which I think looks quite good actually. Okay. Now I kind of do want to stick some grass on it, but I also feel like I need to burn the grass, like make it look burnt. Don't know. Well, let me show you how it's looking from down here. So this is what we've got. Let's move it all the way. And tip it over while I'm doing it. So that's what the top looks like. Kind of a dirty flame colour, comes down and it looks like this. So I mean, it actually looks fine. But yeah, I do want to put some grass on it. So I'll probably give it a minute or so, and then put some grass on it, because this is still damp. If I dunk that in grass, it'll get stuck over everything. So yeah, let's give that another minute, and then we'll stick some grass on and see where we go from there. Okay, I think it's just about dry enough now. I'd kind of like the idea of some of the grass being on fire, but I don't really know what that looks like. Singed? I don't know. Maybe it's just the bits that are going to catch next, and all the stuff that's already on fire is under there somewhere. Alright, let's just do that. Right, let's see what we got. Worst case, they could just be like, this is the first patch that has been hit by this pillar of fire. That doesn't sound unreasonable. Right, now let's do our war boss green around the edge, and then we'll call it done. Gonna need a second layer of this. Once it's dry. Yeah, I do prefer it coming up from a black undercoat because it's not as dark on the base. Coming from the white, which I mean is obvious, but I just don't like it. It doesn't, it's just not the same. Okay, I'm just going to give that a minute to dry, and then we'll do another layer on that, and then we'll be done. Right, let's get this last layer on, and then we'll be done. This is the previous batch, and it's still wet. And is it going to be the right consistency? Yeah, it feels about right. I just need to cover all these patchy bits, really. And then we'll stop and have a good look at what we've got. I say good look. Yeah, we'll see. See where we've landed. I still haven't stuck those 2Ps on the bottom yet. I wonder if I'll need to. It seems to be holding up, actually, relatively stable. So maybe it'll be alright. Maybe gluing a few rocks to the base helped. But they're not that heavy. They're only little rocks. Okay, I need more. Probably a bit too much water in there. Oh well. Where was I? Actually, I have no idea where I was. Yeah, I think I put too much water in it. Just that bit too much. All right, cool. I think that is us done. Right, let's see what we've got. Got a dent there, which makes me unhappy. Oh, look at all this. It's all. Oh well. Pretend you didn't see all the unevenness of that. I can always come back and fix that later. Right, so this is lift that up. Here we go. So this is what we've got. We've got ourselves a pillar of fire. I'm currently holding the stand up, which is why I couldn't turn that around at the same time. So yeah, so the base looks cool. I'm happy with the base. Yeah, that looks fine. It does look more like napalm than I don't know, like a tornado, but still, that's fine. I'm content with that. Yeah, so that's how it looks. Now it's done. Not bad. That'll do. Happy enough. Yeah, cool. All right. Well, hopefully that's been interesting, and yeah, hopefully you like it. But there we are. One pillar of fire for remains in play vortexes. So yeah, and we'll crack that out on Saturday for our game, and yeah, get to see it in action. Cool. All right. Well, there we are. Hopefully that was interesting, and yeah, who knows? Maybe it'll catch on. People start using glue sticks to make pillars of flame. Cool. All right, well, thanks for watching, and catch you in the next video.